Welcome to the very first unboxing video on my Mostly Speakers channel. This is a box of stuff that I ordered from Update My Dynaco website, which stocks parts and kits that allow people to update their old Dynaco stereo equipment and make it working properly and like new again. So I have in this package parts for my PAT4 preamplifier as well as a capacitor kit for the ST80 stereo amplifier. Let's get into this and I'll explain why I got this and what I'm going to do with it. Right on top we have PDF instructions for downloading the manual, shipment information, and we have the parts in bubble wrap. Alright, let's see what's in this package. Okay, so this is a power supply kit. And this is a new volume control for the PAT4. So I believe that's everything for that. And let's see. This is one capacitor. This is the other capacitor. Oh, a Nichicon. Let's see. Resistor. I believe I don't actually use this in this kit. So, not a ton of parts here. These appear to be exactly the same. So there's 3 capacitors, and these are filter capacitors for the speaker outputs on the amplifier. So I'm going to move this out of the way and show you what's going to be replaced inside the amplifier first. This is the ST80 amplifier stereo solid state, and I have done absolutely nothing with it since my last video. It still stinks like it's been in the garage for 40 years. And so these large components on here is everything that's going to be replaced. Both of these capacitor cans will be replaced. These are drop-in replacements, essentially. Same goes for this guy here. So this is a power filter capacitor to drop in to replace that guy, the green one. And then there's this tiny one, this Nichicon, to replace this guy here. So 4 capacitors being exactly replaced, drop-in replacements. That should make this hopefully come back to life. I did not order any parts for the amplifier boards, and there is a replacement available for the power supply, but it's bundled with these. Anyway, for the time being, I'm just going to put it together as is. I'm going to take it all the way apart, clean everything up, dust it out, degrease it, deox it, all that, and then clean up the chassis because it's rusted chrome and that's going to be tough to clean. Then I'm going to rebolt the transformer, put it back together, and see if this makes music like it did one day when it was new back 40, 50 years ago. But I might not want to get ahead of myself here. I have other parts for the stereo preamplifier. Alright, so now I have the PAT4 stereo preamplifier on the table here, and I have the packages of replacement components on here as well. And so what's going to happen with this project is I have a new volume control because this one, well, that one is completely broken off and falls out. So that will be replaced. These controls still operate correctly. Most of these I think need to be cleaned thoroughly, but there's still some issues with this. And so this package here, well, this is going to be the replacement for the volume control. And then, I'll turn this so we can see. This package is to replace every failed component on these 2 boards, so the preamplifier boards. And this is something brand new that's going to replace the power capacitor, which is this thing over here. This power capacitor is going to be replaced, and these two little diodes down here you can barely see. That's the entire power supply for this. So this kit here is a regulated power supply that is supposed to be substantially quieter and a far better solution, I believe, than the can capacitor and two diodes. So that is the update on my Dynaco stuff from updatemydynaco.com. Now you might be wondering, what am I going to do with this? Why would I even bother to repair such old and obsolete electronic kits like these when there's so much better stuff out there nowadays? Well, for one, this is cheap. I can afford this. And for another reason, I like the older things. I like their style, and I like their tactile function. Look at how neatly this is laid out. It's easy to get in here and repair and replace parts because everything is organized well. Now, the other thing is exactly what I want to do with this. I am going to try to teach myself electronics repair by replacing parts on this kit. And hopefully I can learn something along the way. That is the goal of this project, whether it works or not, to help me learn a new skill. The later Dynaco stuff from the 1980s is also well regarded, but that is branded as Hafler, and the Hafler equipment, I actually really like the sound of their amplifiers, and I have several Hafler power amplifiers integrated into my audio system here in the basement. Alright, well, that is the update on my Dynaco stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and like the video. And leave a comment if you have some input and suggestions. Good suggestions are always welcome. And subscribe if you haven't yet. As always, thanks for watching.